Alright, hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video we are back at the abandoned coal mine site that I like going to. Figured I'd start off showing a few of the little waterfalls here in the park. But yeah, trying to find some more historical artifacts today. So we'll see what we find. I'm hoping for, you know, another coal miner tag or maybe even a few old coins. So alright, we'll see what we find. Let's get going. Alright guys, I got a weird jumpy signal. It's probably going to be really hard to see my screen today because of all the snow coming down. Target's about here though, so I'm going to go ahead and dig through this and see what we got. Just a crusty old bolt of some kind, probably. Oh well. Probably gonna get a lot of those today, so all right, we'll keep going. Okay, so I'm trying a new search mode, high conductors, just to see if I've missed anything that general is skipping over for whatever reason. So I do have a 56, 55, and it's got a squeak of a high tone in it. So it could be iron falsing, maybe not, but we'll see what this is. Alright, well, while I was clearing all this brush away, did find a golf ball. So I'll take it. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but I moved this log thing here, and then this giant stone. And I think I finally got it out of the hole, but let me just make sure this is the only thing in here. It sounded like a big target at first, but I guess it's not. Alright, well, I did take a peek at it before I yanked it out and started recording for you guys, but it is a harmonica reed. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's a few little indentations here. I think this is actually the best one I've found yet. Hasn't been scratched or bent out of shape or anything. Okay, I got a scratchy signal here. It's jumping all over the place. But it's pretty shallow, so I figure I'll investigate and see what it is. So I'll get back to you guys once I get it out of the hole. Okay, so I popped it up in, and lo and behold, another giant spike. Oh well. Alright, we'll keep going. Okay, so I got a 50, mid-50s signal right around a bunch of iron, so I'll go ahead and get the snow away from here and we'll see what it is. Okay, so I had to get through this giant rock here, and I already pinpointed it. There is a coin right here. Now I'm not too hopeful that this is an Indian head penny because it's pretty shallow, but I think it probably is at least a wheat. But it's going to be incredibly hard to figure out what this is right now, just because my hands are all muddy. It does look old though, so we'll go ahead and see what this is at the wrap up, probably, or at the car when I get all the stuff unpacked. I'll wipe it off. But yeah, hopefully this is the first Indian head penny we find. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, so I swung over the hole again, and I got another pretty shallow chirpy signal. And what do you know, there's something else in here. Ah, and I continue to drop it. Doesn't look like anything too crazy. It kind of looks like a rivet or something. But this has potential. It looks old. Looks old, so I don't know. Well, when I get home, I'll definitely be cleaning all of this stuff, and I'll put it in the wrap-up. Okay, so I guess I'm not done with this section yet. So I got everything out of the hole here. There is something on the side that's a bit of an iron tone, so I'll get to that in a second. But there is a 64, 65, 66 right here. It's pretty shallow, and I'm hoping for maybe a wheat penny or something. But I'll go ahead and pop this open and we'll see what it is. All right, we got the plug open, and sure enough, I pinpointed in here, and if I can get it out, we have another coin. It's looking pretty green, so it's definitely a penny, or at least I think it's a penny. Again, very hard to tell with all the crud all over it. Yeah, this is going to be another wrap-up identification. Yeah, we'll get home and see what this is. Okay, so I got a really shallow 44-45 signal. It's dipping down into the lower Ferris limits a little bit, but we'll see what it is. I'll go ahead and pop it out and hopefully it's something good. Okay, it took me a minute to find this, but it was actually on the surface, and I don't really know what it is. Kind of looks like some kind of gear or something, but if it has any markings on it or something, I'll let you guys know in the wrap-up. Okay, so I'm still kind of working that same section. I found that weird gear looking thing, and I found another weird piece that probably belongs to it, but there's something else also in this hole over here still, so I'm gonna take a little gander and we'll see what it is. Okay, I mean, I have really no idea what this stuff is, but found 3 pieces of something, I guess. So we'll go ahead and see what that is at the wrap-up. If it is anything interesting, I'll explain it a little bit. If not, I'll just say it's junk. So, alright, we'll keep going. Okay, so I've been working on this hole for a little bit. I didn't record the swing over. It's about a 56. There were a few thorn bushes I had to get out of my way here, so it took me a minute to pop this plug open. Okay, so I got one of the 2 targets out of the hole. I didn't realize there were 2. This one was a little shallower. And it looks like another piece of a harmonica reed, potentially. Maybe not. It looks a little small for something like that, unless it snapped off, which is a possibility. But yeah, okay. Well, if I can get that other thing out of the hole, I'll show you guys. If not, we'll move on. Okay, I got a bit of a wacky signal here. 92, but then there's like a little blotch down at the lower Ferris limit. It's all over the place, really. So I'm gonna dig it up and we'll see what it is. Okay, so I got the plug open, and I've been finding a bunch of this, like random metal. So I think this may be part of an old clock, potentially. I don't really know yet. It does have a few gears and stuff, so I'm gonna put it to the side and I'll get all the rest of it out and I'll show you guys what I got. Okay, so I found most of it. I'm still piecing at it to get all the little gears and stuff out of the hole. It's gonna take me a while. So I did find the back plate, or at least another part of it, and a few more gears. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of it out of the hole, and hopefully when I get it home I'll be able to clean it off and we'll get to see a little more detail. But all right, we'll go ahead and keep going. Okay, so I spent probably 30 minutes on that clock hole, which is right here, and then right above it I found this O-ring thing. Not sure if it's of the same age or not. I'm right next to a major road up here, so who knows. All right, we'll keep going. Okay, so I have a sketchy 60-70 signal. It keeps jumping between ferrous and non-ferrous, so we'll see what this is. I'm hopeful because it's a little deep. So all right, I'll get back to you. Well, just a rusty old nail. Oh well. Okay, if you guys watched my previous video about this site, you guys may remember this area where I guess they bulldozed a bunch of their stuff over here when they were done with the mine. Looks like there have been some deer around here actually, which is kind of interesting. There's a bunch of hoof tracks and stuff, but anyway, I have a shallow 32-31 here. Very good looking target on the scale there, so I'm hoping for something that's not a pull tab, but we'll see. I'm not entirely sure what's over here. I think today I'm gonna go up to the top of this little mountain of debris and I'll scan around and see what I can find. But alright, I'll get back to you guys. Well, just a piece of tin foil. Oh well. Okay, so I'm up here by the road now, which this is where the debris field is. And I saw this and I was like, what is this nonsense? So I come up here and it's like a little pail or like a teapot thing or something. And then there's like a bunch of glass, which is weird. I mean, it's probably not super old or anything, but it's still kind of interesting. And then there's this flask in here. I really don't know what it is. I don't know anything about bottles, but weird. Oh, it has something on the bottom. Yardley, maybe. Huh. Well, I think I'll keep the flask. It's kind of cool looking. I don't know what to do with this stuff. There is what seems to be a lock or something here. I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know there was some kind of like car accident thing here, because there's a bunch of like car pieces down here on the bottom of the hill, and I just realized these are a bunch of deer bones or something. That's strange. Huh. Kind of creepy. Alright, well, I'm gonna take the flask, I guess, and we'll get going. Okay, we've got a Shiloh 51 signal here. So I'll go ahead and pinpoint this one too, and we'll try to do a live dig. Hopefully it's not garbage, but who knows. Oh, okay. We might have found our first Indian head penny on camera. I mean, I really hope so, but I can't identify this at all right now because it's just so muddy. But those are the right numbers for an Indian head penny. So I hope that's what this is. All right, cool. Let's keep going. All right, I got a bit of a surface find. I didn't see it until I obviously brushed the snow away, but got a spent shotgun shell. Alright, okay, so I had a 80-70 signal, something like that here, and I just popped the plug open. So let's go ahead and see what it is. Yep. Alright, we'll go ahead and see what it is here. It's probably a pop can lid. Nope, I was totally wrong. I did not expect to find an actual coin here. Wow, I just got hit in the head by this tree. Oh, great. Okay, so it does seem to be, I can kind of make out Abraham Lincoln on the front and a memorial on the back. So it's a modern penny, but it's still a coin, so I'll take it. All right, we'll keep going. All right, I got a 60 here, and I already pinpointed it. My pinpointer is actually dying, so I'm gonna have to replace the battery here soon, or I'll just let it be the last few things of the hunt here, and then or last few targets of the hunt, and then I'll get you guys to the wrap up. I did see this momentarily. Yep, and I think we got another minor tag. Yeah, we certainly did. Sweet. Alright, cool. Obviously we can't see the number on it yet, but when I get home I'll clean these things up and we'll get the details later. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, this is probably going to be my last target for the day. So 49.50, about 2 bars down. I'll try to do a live dig on this one since it's only 2 bars. Aha! Alright. That's a good one to end on. Got another coal miner tag. So that's 2 for today. Cool. Okay, on my way back to the car, I had a really sharp high tone. And check it out. I got a spoon and it's completely whole. It's a little banged up from me trying to get it out, but wow, first spoon. I'm sure this is absolutely from the coal miners, so very neat. Okay, so I'm struggling on this one. It is a 56 on the Manticore, so that is a Indian head penny more often than not. But here it could be, well, doesn't matter what I think it is anymore because I can see it. It is a harmonica reed piece. Cool. Alright guys, so here's today's wrap up. Excuse the mess of like all the stuff on the sides. This stuff in the center is what we're looking at for today's wrap up. But before we look at any of this, I did want to briefly revisit these quote-unquote scientific instruments. So John left a comment on my last video that had these in it. And he explained that these are actually headlamps for old miners. So there would be a battery box and then it would be attached via wire, which is cut off here. And these would sit on the helmets of the coal miners. So there was that one I got, and then this one as well. They were invented by Thomas Edison, hence the Edison namesake there. This one's pretty busted, but still got the light bulb in it. So yeah, I did clean it up a little bit. You can see it's still dirty. But overall, not too bad. So as far as today's stuff goes, we did find the clock, or at least parts of it. This kind of section right here is all clock pieces. Some of them are pretty rough, but like I said, I think I spent 30 minutes picking up all these tiny little gear pieces. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are really intact, some of them not so much. I don't know if I broke them or if they were already broken, but still pretty cool. We did find a little bit of junk today. Found this golf ball. I did find the remains of an oil lamp, I assume. I found a Hot Wheels car bed, I guess. Could call it that. A few other random pieces of junk. This is really heavy. I have no idea what it is, but it's probably just some kind of spacer for their equipment. I don't know what this is. Could be a car part or something, because that's a recurring theme back there. There's a lot of car parts. I did find this spoon, which is very neat. I don't see any maker's marks on this one in particular. There is a little bit of, I don't know if you guys can tell on the very end of the spoon handle here, there's a little bit of shine. I think it's silver plated, but I could be wrong. There's a little bit of purple and stuff in this too. So not entirely sure. I tried cleaning this and it just looks the same, so I gave up. I did find this really cool piece of glass. So this is probably pretty old if I had to guess. Early 1900s, maybe late 1800s. It's pretty neat. I wish the bottle was whole, but I'll take a little piece of it. And then here is the very good stuff today. So we got some harmonica reads today. 2 coal miner tags. This one says 81. And then this one, I don't think I was able to get the number off of this, but still, coal miner tag's pretty cool. And then I did find this penny. It's a memorial penny, so nothing too crazy. And then I thought this was a piece of a harmonica reed. I don't know what it is. It's very purple. I know silver kind of tarnishes purple, or it gets darker, but so does brass, so I don't know. And then this is that rivet. Could have been a button or something to somebody's jacket or coat, or maybe their pants. But, and then there's this. I don't think I filmed this, but looks pretty cool. I think it's probably a piece to a pocket watch. You can kind of tell up here on the top, that's where the hinge would have been. And then here is the very good stuff. So I did actually end up finding 3 Indian head pennies. So this one is 1884, this one is 1892, and this one is 1898. They are varying degrees of, cleaned and not cleaned. I tried my best to get as much detail off of this without ruining them, but the coal mine, the coal and the acidic content of the soil kind of does that for me already. So, but I'm just glad I was able to get some pretty decent details off of these, at the very least the date, because that helps me date the coal mine. And yeah, so that's about it for today's video, guys. If you guys liked watching today's video, please consider liking the video and subscribing to see some more of my content. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.